Seth freaking Rollins defeats Logan Paul at WrestleMania, but KSI also appears dressed as a bottle of Prime and is frog splashed through the announce table in the process. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of World Wrestling Entertainment, especially coming off of WrestleMania 39, Night 1, WrestleMania Saturday, and one of the most highly anticipated matches going into last night's event was none other than Seth Rollins facing off against Logan Paul, social media megastar, YouTube megastar, Prime co-founder. Well, I said co-founder, that means that there's another founder, and he was also at WrestleMania last night. Of course, WrestleMania is typically host to a number of surprises, and WrestleMania 39's opening night was no different. In the third match of the night, Logan Paul took on Seth freaking Rollins in their first singles match together. The 28-year-old internet sensation had an entrance that was nothing short of grand as he ziplined towards the ring, almost reminiscent of Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12. But what really caught people's eye when he made this entrance was that he was joined by a mascot representing a blue bottle of Paul's Prime energy drink, met him on the ramp and was at ringside throughout the bout. As the match remained ongoing and the match continued on, fans awaited the interference and the identity revealed from the mascot, who remained at ringside during the bout. Towards the end of the match, the mascot unmasked himself to show it was Paul's rival turned friend turned business partner, YouTuber and rapper KSI. Unfortunately for Paul, Rollins outsmarted them and pulled KSI onto the announce desk right before Paul came crashing through the announce table with a splash from the top turnbuckle. He was actually standing on the ring post. Later on in the ring, Rollins hit Paul with a curb stomp to secure his first WrestleMania victory in 4 years. Of course, if you're not familiar, Logan Paul and KSI's history dates back to 2018 in London when KSI battled Paul in Paul's first ever amateur boxing fight. The encounter ended in a draw, but their professional rematch in 2019 ended with KSI being awarded the victory via a split decision. KSI also has 3 exhibition wins and 1 amateur win in his boxing career, which he kick-started when he battled Paul. The two went on to become co-founders of the Prime energy drink brand in 2021 before Paul began competing in WWE. Now again, lots of people were excited and surprised and shocked to see KSI appear on WWE television because, of course, KSI has spoken publicly about it before, saying, well, I might be interested, I don't know, I'm not really sure if I want to go down that route, but it was spectacular. The spot was so perfectly timed. I mean, this is the great thing about professional wrestling. You get one take. You're doing live stunts in front of a live audience. The timing of Rollins pulling KSI onto the announce table, Logan Paul doing the frog splash, it just worked to perfection. Everything worked to perfection. As I mentioned, KSI wasn't just a spectator as he took a frog splash through a table by Paul after being pulled onto the table by Seth Rollins. Speaking to WWE's Kathy Kelly in a backstage digital exclusive, KSI commented on his WWE debut saying, quote, "No one knew it was me. I guess a few fans were speculating. Could it? Surely not. I tried putting something on my story like, oh, I'm leaving LA just to try and trick some of my fans. When I came in on the stage and out in the ring bouncing around, everyone was like, who is it? It was one point where I was blocking people's way and they were screaming behind me like, get out the way, you're too big, I can't see. I started kneeling to not block people's view. Logan needs help. Dragged him out. Seth, scary dude." KSI said it was awesome to see all the legends he grew up watching and playing as in video games backstage. When asked if he could see himself making a WWE return and if he could, who would he choose as an opponent, he said, "You never know. If I was to choose an opponent, oh my gosh, Bobby Lashley. Ray is a legend, an icon. Bobby Lashley, put me in with the beast. Why not? He's literally triple me. I'm up for the challenge. YOLO." Yes, he said YOLO. Of course, it is quite interesting that he would mention Bobby Lashley's name. Lashley has issued a challenge for someone to step up to him at WrestleMania after winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown on Friday. I don't know if there are any plans to have KSI face off against Logan Paul. I doubt that is the case, but Hey, you never know. Now, speaking of the Backstage Digital exclusive, Logan Paul also spoke to Kathy Kelly after his match, and Paul revealed that Triple H texted him that was effing awesome after the bout and said about the loss, "At one point, I thought this was the worst birthday ever. It was a moment in time where I ended my rookie year on an embarrassing loss to Seth Rollins in front of 80,000 people at SoFi Stadium. I accidentally frog splashed my business partner KSI through a table, and I currently have no job because my contract ended. It's not ideal, but I feel pretty good right now." Now, when asked about what he does next or where he goes next, Paul said, "I'm going to Dave & Buster's. I love Dave & Buster's. My power card is full of points and I'm saving for a drone." Now, Kelly wished him luck in his quest for a drone. Though he says that his WWE contract has expired, Paul sounds confident that he will re-sign. Again, there has been some sort of disputed talk about even if he has got an expired contract, he may have already re-signed with WWE. Lots of people were interested as well that Logan Paul actually used a match that is somewhat familiar against Seth Rollins last night. Paul hit the GTS on Rollins during his match, which of course is the same move that CM Punk uses. Paul using the GTS wouldn't be that interesting if Punk wasn't in the news almost every week due to questions about his future in pro wrestling and AEW after his backstage altercation after All Out. Again, as of right now, I don't even know if there's enough time, if there's enough time to get into all of this, all the reports, all the drama regarding CM Punk. I would assume this match was probably put together quite a lot by Seth Rollins. Given that's the case, he probably made sure, hey, this will get people talking, do a GTS, we can do a social media post, you can do something like that. It's not the only move that Logan Paul does that an AEW star uses as well. Of course, he uses the buckshot lariat. He calls it the Maverick lariat that he does very well, arguably maybe even better than Hangman Page, which is pretty impressive to say. But I loved it. I thought I had quite high expectations for this one, which again, I think is a credit to Logan Paul considering how far he's come in just 1 year. Seth Rollins is an absolute general and one of the best WWE superstars, in-ring stars going today. Again, I just thought the match hit every single spot, near full, the different spots, and the KSI moment. As a wrestling fan, whenever you see anyone come to the ring and they're with a mascot and the face is covered, because that was the key thing as well, is as you can see in the picture right there, the face there is cut out, but initially the face was covered. And you go, that looks like a hole for a face. So someone clearly is there and they don't want to have their identity revealed. And the fact that it was KSI, I think tops it off. Are we going to see KSI compete inside of a WWE ring in the future? I think it's entirely possible. WWE is really open to having these mainstream or these social media stars come in. They've seen the traction. They've seen what it can do for their business. They've seen what's happened with Logan Paul. Could KSI be as good as Logan Paul? That's really difficult to say. Logan Paul, I think, is a freak when it comes to pro wrestling. Not many people, I mean, we're talking a select few people have been able to grasp this and do this as well as he does it in just a year. I mean, we're talking Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle settings, really. Logan Paul is in that territory for me as an athlete, and the way he's transitioned into pro wrestling and understands not just the in-ring fundamentals, but also how he understands the selling and the psychology and the promos and everything that comes with it. Could KSI do that? I don't know. Could you do a situation where you have Logan Paul and KSI versus a tag team of Rollins and someone else? Again, it's entirely possible. And at this stage of WWE, don't rule anything out. Maybe rule out KSI facing Bobby Lashley. I think that's quite unlikely, but you never know. It is WWE. You never know what's going to happen in the world of WWE. But there you go, guys. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe bottom right-hand corner. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to join us for tonight's WrestleMania Sunday Night 2 watch-along and post-show. And I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.